soup. When the temperatures drop and the days get shorter and it's dark at like 5 p.m., or when you're feeling under the weather, or when you feel like you just want to feel like you're getting a hug from mom, soup is exactly what we want. And butternut squash soup is even really what we want. This is the Vitamix. It's your immersion blender. It's 5 speeds. But what is it? As we're looking at it, it happens to be the way that you are going to make your favorite recipes, be them new, old, passed down, ones that you're actually adding your special flavor and sauce to. This is from Vitamix, and come on over here because I'm going to share with you everything that you're going to get. You're looking at Chef Ricky Roman. We'll be with him in one moment, but I need to share with you a couple things. This kicked off at midnight with Sean Killinger. I was watching her. Boy, is she ever funny. We had 40,000 then and 5 colors. Now, in the final presentation of the day, we have fewer than 2,500. Remember, 40,000 to 2,500. Not 5 colors, but down to 2. Here's the other thing. Here's what stayed the same. We have the lowest price you'll find. We're actually going to give you more for less. We're going to let you enjoy it till the end of January of 2025 before you decide whether or not you're going to keep it. And we're going to ship it to you for free. Oh, and we're going to give you the option to put it on 5 easy payments. So what you're getting is from Vitamix, a company that is over 100 years old. You, of course, know the Vitamix more than a blender. You choose your red or your black. Now, by the way, the Vitamix Immersion Blender, this piece alone retails for what you're seeing on your screen, $169.95. Well, we're $10 less, and we're going to give you more. So you don't just get this, which would be $10 more than our pack up. We're also going to add the whisk attachment, because you're going to make some whipped cream. Yes, you are. I know you are. For your coffees, for your pies, for your cakes, without question. And that's just the start of what you're going to make. And then how about we add this too? This is the blending jar, because you're going to make smoothies and frozen drinks, and you're going to make sauces. I know you are, because I've done it as well. And then we're also going to add this. It happens to be your mini chopper, which makes it a food processor. It is a 6-in-1, and here is, of course, your Start Here guide. You're going to get all of this for $159.98, actually $99 and change less than the if purchased separately, which happens to be $259. Let's call it $260. If you want the red, 300 left. Ooh. 300. I'm sorry, let's try again. If you want the red, there's 2,000 left in the red. If you want the black, there's fewer than 300.
No.
So we'll do that again. If you want the red, there's 2,000. And if you want the black, fewer than 300. Okay, $159.98, $32 on the Easy Pay, free shipping and handling. Chef Ricky Roman is here with me. I'm going to say a couple other things.
Sure.
It's the final order of the year, so we're down to the last on those 2 colors. It comes with a 3-year warranty, and I just want to read something to you.
Okay. All righty.
It's customer top rated. Somebody said, my most used appliance. Someone else said, I wanted power and I wanted simplicity. This is exactly that. And then someone else said, if I could only have one thing and take one thing with me, this would be it.
Wow. Wow.
Those are just 3 of the 376 5-star reviews on this. And I wanted to read that because I know that it sounds like we're being over the top about it, but read the reviews. You're being over the top about it too. What is this?
First of all, my favorite thing to hear is feedback from our customers.
Yes.
And you said it before, Vitamix, over 100 years. And you know what? I said they've taken all that know-how and put the power and design of Vitamix in the palm of your hand, okay? So an immersion blender, right? So you're getting the immersion wand attachment. What I love about Vitamix, they made it detachable and easy to attach and detach. Why is that important? For cleanup, but also transitioning to the other attachments.
Got it.
So you mentioned the processing jar that you get.
Sure.
You take your wand. In here, I'm not just going to make soups like we did at the start. How about my morning smoothie? Now, whenever you're using this, you start at a low speed.
Right.
And you just gently tap down. And as I tap down, because I have one-handed operation, I can increase the speed while I'm processing.
Yeah, I hear it.
And you can see now the motor is gearing up to that 625-watt motor. And this now looks like a full-size blender because I'm using the processing jar and those powerful blades and that powerful motor. And look at how it's literally pulling the blender down into the bottom and creating a vortex action all of those solid fruits and all that ice now are completely liquefied. So there is your morning smoothie.
And you did that in, I mean, real time. We didn't cut away. We just looked, you know, in less than a minute, and you've got your smoothie. And you were able to actually take the jar where the immersion blender needed to be.
Correct. Now, here's the beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Clean up with Vitamix. Take this over to the sink.
Correct.
Okay, stay with me.
Ever.
This is what I love about it. Vitamix wants to make things not only easy to use, but easy to clean. So I can just take the immersion wand, give it a quick rinse under the faucet. That's clean, or if you're a dishwasher person, this is dishwasher safe in the top rack.
If you want the black now, 200 left. So we're right on that. The black is 200. The red has about 3,000, I believe is what you said. No, I'm lying. 1,800 now. So 1,800 red, fewer than 200 in the black. We've got a little piece of tape that's going to share with you high level, but I will share with you when you're waxing poetic, as in you, our customer, about something that helps in the kitchen, check it out.
4-prong blade. Most immersion blenders only have 2, so that's going to let you power through tough ingredients. Then that bell guard, that's a really important thing. It protects your pans. You don't scratch your pans. You can go right in there. And you just said it. You take it to your favorite containers.
Yep.
We also have 5 speeds, not 1 or 2 speeds, 5 speeds, so you can get a variety of textures with the chopping. One-handed operation. Both speed and power is controlled by one hand, so that means you can add ingredients, and that powerful motor, you just saw us, it's going to make smoothies, soups, and it's Vitamix. A 3-year warranty. They stand behind their products. That's why I love Vitamix.
Okay,
What do
so
you think
over
of the smoothie?
400 people made this their first purchase today. Cheers to you.
Oh, fresh fruit, ice.
I mean, it's refreshing, it's delicious. If you have like a, you know, kind of a ritual in the morning where you make your smoothie in the morning. Oh, by the way, if you want to grind those coffee beans, this can do that too.
That's right.
We're going to take you through, this is a truncated presentation. It's going to be short, but I'm going to share with you that you are going to be able to make soups and sauces, and you can grind your coffee beans, and you're going to make frozen drinks, and you're going to make smoothies, and you're going to be able to chop up onions. It does 6-in-1 because this is a 6-in-1. Can we talk about what that is?
So it's an immersion blender, which we showed you is in the soup and in the smoothie we just made.
Yep.
It's also a food processor. It's a chopper. We're chopping onions. It's then a smoothie maker. It's also a frozen drink maker. We're going to show you how you can make a whole pitcher of frozen margaritas. And in just that amount of time I read that, we just perfectly chopped our onions. Here's the thing I love about Vitamix. Every detail.
Yep.
Silicone base keeps it from slipping.
How many cups is this?
4 cups.
Yep.
And then the base comes off, and guess what? If you're prepping in the kitchen, this becomes the top, so then you can store it in the refrigerator. But let's just look at the process. Perfectly chopped onions. You look at all of these pieces, there's no chunks or lumps. It's evenly chopped. That's the power of the motor and the blade. And then I'm going to take a nice healthy scoop of these onions.
Oh, into our recipe now.
Into our recipe. By the way,
making?
This recipe is an herb onion dill dip.
And I want you to notice, right, that you're just leaving the attachments, and then, of course, your immersion blender, kind of the stick, if you will, attaches to the attachments.
Correct. And notice, because I have 5 speeds, Rachel, the lower speed, you don't always need high speed.
Nope.
It allows me control. The higher speeds when I'm making whipped cream and meringue. So if those 5 speeds are really important, so many immersion blenders, it's like high-low speed. This gives you that versatility and precision we always talk about with Vitamix. So now this is your hand mixer for whipped creams, meringues, cake mixes, you name it. When it's time to clean it, this twists off. This goes in the drawer.
Right.
This goes in the dishwasher.
And that goes in the dishwasher. We're going to keep going.
Yeah,
and let me share with you again. It is K83959. This is our final presentation. We started with, and as Alan said, close to 40,000. We have now 1,800 left total. That's across the red and the black. 1,800 left total. Actually, black just sold out. So get the red, because it does everything all the other colors did. It's a built-in ship to for that foodie that you love. It has a holiday return policy on it. So I almost don't care what you're prepping in the kitchen. You can use this. I told you I used it to whisk my eggs this morning. But I actually didn't use the whisk attachment. I used the
wand,
the wandy attachment.
That's
and it
right.
made really fluffy eggs.
That's because you incorporated air and expanded the fats of the yolks.
Yes.
And while you were just talking, in about 15, 20 seconds, in here I have 2 cups of peanuts, honey roasted and regular roasted peanuts. In about 30 seconds, you can see it's turning into peanut butter.
No.
So what does that mean? 625 watts has the power to spin those blades fast enough, but it's also able to run continuously for 4 minutes. A lot of immersion blenders, you can't run them continuously that long.
Ah, that's exactly one of the things that Vitamix is responsible for, and they're known for in their regular full size more than a blender blender.
Exactly. So now
motors that can handle things.
They can handle the workload.
Yeah.
So you would never think you would be able to do this with an immersion blender. And in 1 minute, I have
warm peanut butter. Kill me now.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
I'm like, did that really come out? Yes.
Seriously.
Warm. Where's my spoon?
Look at this.
Warm peanut butter.
Taste
is what
this.
You just had.
I want you to
warm peanut butter. There is nothing better than warm peanut butter. Thank you, Brighton. I mean, and look at the creaminess and the consistency of this.
Look at that.
On your apples.
Look at that.
Right? Oh, on a banana. And decide that you're gonna make an Elvis Presley sandwich. I'm gonna do a not TV bite.
I love it. You know what? I think this Spurtle was made for this, by the way. My good friend Lucinda. Look at that.
Okay.
Oh, peanut butter. Kidding me.
Put a little honey in there. Make it a honey peanut.
You could do little fall spices if you want to make like a holiday nut butter.
You know what? You could put that nut butter in your smoothie that you're gonna make the next morning. Okay. We now have, I'm sorry, Alan, you said how many left? 1,600 remaining. Here's the story in red. That's it. This should be $100 more. Oh, and by the way, we're throwing in $85 worth of additional pieces that you get here. Okay. Because this alone is $169. Our today's special value price is the lowest price we found. It's $10 less than the immersion blender alone. We're actually adding for you that mini chopper for that food processor, the whisk for all your whipped creams and baking needs, and the blending jar, which means your smoothie moment and your smoothie game in the morning is perfect. This is the final order of the year. In fact, when we sell out of this red, which we will, and I imagine we'll sell out of the red in the next 8 minutes, the price goes up and the easy pay goes away at the end of the day. We're $100 off, and then we're gonna save you almost another $13 when we ship it to you for free.
So
here's the thing.
Turkey gravy.
I can't recall another kind of appliance that is customer top rated the way that this is, and I'm just gonna read that one quote again. If I can take only one thing with me, this is it.
I love it.
Somebody literally wrote that as a headline of what they thought of this immersion blender.
I love it. And you know what? This is, to me, with the holiday coming up, the #1 complaint people have about their turkey gravy is they can't get it smooth, lumpy.
Right, it's
so
lumpy.
All those bits and pieces in the pan, that maybe the roux, the flour, you put the immersion blender in there and you have a silky smooth turkey gravy. Now, we made our soup. Our soup is just staying warm over here. But what I want to do before we pour the soup in the bowl, I want to make a compound butter. Okay. So I have roasted hazelnuts and fall spices in
And
here.
Remind us again, well, can you actually show us how you're doing that just before? So just so you know, all the attachments are like so easy to put one in the other.
Twist and snap. So whether it's the whisk, the wand, you put it in the top of the processing bowl attachment, you turn it, you hear it click.
1,500 remain.
When it's clicked, then you turn the machine on.
See, here's the,
And with one hand, I can adjust the speed. I can pulse it on and off, so I have power and speed.
Yep, there's your power. There's your speed. And you'll see it on the top here. I'm not sure if you can get over, but the lights will light up. There you go.
There you go. So if I change the speeds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how you know, but you'll also hear it going up. And you just hold down. So you continue to hold as you're using it. It's not like a press and stay. You hold it as long as you're using it, which means you've got all control. You can pulse, or you can hold long or short or medium bursts. That's all it is.
And that's a safety thing because you don't want to accidentally leave that exposed blade on, right?
Got it, yep.
So now I've ground the nuts, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little butter in here because these flavored butters, they're great for steaks, they're great for different things, but I love this in the soup that I made because with butternut squash, roasted hazelnut, and a little bit of butter and fall spices, oh my goodness, what do you taste this?
1,400 remain.
So it's this.
We've sold 1,200 in this hour alone. Here's the thing. I'm not a big cook. That's why Sean, I was laughing about Sean too. But I buy this for the smoothie ability alone.
Oh, absolutely.
And for I'm doing my eggs, and because I actually do make some Boss whipped cream. So, you know, you can actually put alcohol in the whipped cream. It's all awesome, right?
I know.
You know, you can flavor your whipped cream, right?
I love it.
But now that I know that I can make my peanut butter with this, and you're making your compound butter.
Compound butter.
What is compound butter
so
exactly?
So that's combining butter with any kind of flavors or seasoning.
Compound butter.
So let's take some of our butternut squash soup.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do that. We have some of our soup, so I'm going to put some in a bowl here.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the butternut squash soup, and then come back with me.
I'm coming.
This is a fancy term called quenelle. I was still having fun with Dave and Rick.
Well, you know what? P.S. Rick Roman was a chef. He owned his own restaurant. Is still a chef. Owns his own restaurant. restaurant and makes beautiful. Oh, you know
So
what?
it's just a little trick here where you rotate the spoons, and it creates almost like a little football. That's the butter. It's going to melt in the soup. Put a little bit of chopped chive, a little bit of toasted pumpkin seed, and look at that soup.
That is, right, your $15